Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Zaddies Under 6 feet. Yeah, I see the thumbnail, right? And this was, you gotta look at the thumbnail. This was from the Shade Room on, it was like TSR Thirsty Thursday. Shout out to all the Zaddies under 6 feet. Then you got kind of that sarcastic emoji. I was like, man. And I want to shout out the brother Eric who sent this to me. Right? Shout yourself out in the comments, brother. I was like, he wanted me to comment. I was checking it out, right? And, you know, it was about these brothers they accomplished, but they under 6 feet, right? And, you know, I was looking at it. You got one, he's 5'3". No, 5'5". With shoes on, right? But he got a lot of stuff going on, you know, mental health therapist and whatnot. And then another dude, law enforcement, 5'9", right? And then you got a dude 5'3". Dude's a venture capitalist. Venture capitalist, y'all. And then you got another dude 5'8". Gym, you know, own a gym, public speaker, author. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, you know. But the comments, though, that was the fucked up thing. That was a fucked up thing. Even, you know what, I don't usually call this dude's name. Y'all know I don't like calling people's name just not to give them shine. But Derek Jackson commented on this damn thing. Talking about we need a height shaming walk according to these comments. And then he had a crying emoji on there. I was just like, I don't know how to take that, though, really. I don't know if he being sarcastic, calling out some fuckery. I don't know. With him, well, I think it's up for interpretation with his ass, though, right? But I was just like, dang, some of these comments are evil. Evil, man. I was like, God damn, yo. All right, if you ain't... First of all, man, it's only like 14% of the population, world population, really over 6 feet. And, you know, you got, and, you know, come on now, these are sisters, man. And, you know, you don't, sisters the same. Well, I'll get into that in a second, but I mean, it's like 14%. I mean, you know, I'm just like, damn, y'all going in on these dudes, talking about under 6 feet. I'm like, shit, you okay, so you got some women, they're going to eliminate 86% of the population based on that height, because I'm not 6 feet. And ironically, at 5'11", I'm still above average. Like the average height is 5'9". And let's be real, women be talking all that stuff. Be like 5'1" and 5'2" and whatnot. You know, I can see it if the women were like 6 feet themselves. I'll give them a little bit of a pass, a little bit of discern that, as long as they ain't rude about it, man. And that was a big thing with a lot of these comments, right? You know, it's a big thing about these comments. It's like they were just rude, but some people in the comments pointed it out. Like, I'm reading this one comment, right? Like, this one dude, I guess, I don't know if it was a dude or a woman. It could have been anyway, because there were some women calling the bullshit out. I give it to them. There were some women like calling it out, but it's like, one comment was like, low. It's funny females making fun of short men when the average man isn't 6 feet. But let a dude say he won't date a chick cause she's fat in his World War III. Or let a like I hear somebody on one of my videos, past videos, right? You know, say rejection ain't that bad for men, right? Making it like trivializing, even though there's a lot of mental health professionals who say like rejection can cause World War III. I mean, not World War III, but can cause a lot of pain. But if you tell a woman, right? You tell a woman, if you want to fuck with a woman's head, reject her on some physical shit. And she's in therapy, she's in all that. But yet these same women think they can like go in on a guy because of something he can't control, like his height. And I mean, but the same women and stuff, shoot, you even point out, you just look at a woman and just say, you know, you all right. shit, they ready to go to war with you. I mean, damn, that's what all this fat shaming and all of that's about, or skin color shaming, different shaming that women do. They're like, oh, well, we want you to accept us no matter what. Love me as I am. Yet the same women, and you know what's bad? I've actually seen ugly women, out of shape women. And I'm using the word ugly. I know I usually say unfortunate looking. No, I'm going to stay straight ugly. Some ugly women who don't have a great body, women who really ain't in a position to like make any physical judgments, go in on guys like this, right? And talking about, oh, their height, and they just make it funny. Like, if that's not your cup of tea, because, you know, a lot of people in this thing said that's their preference, and you know what? We can live with that. You don't have to be rude about it. There's certain physical traits I'm not attracted to in a woman. I just don't say shit to them. I'll just be like, cool if they, you know. And if they press the issue, I'll just say, you know, I'm not feeling what you look like. So it's like if they press the issue, and even then I'm going to be nice about it. And to be fair, I've had women say, you know, because I'm a stocky brother, they was like, well, we prefer you be more slimmer. I'm cool with it because I'm like, okay, as long as you're not rude about it, I don't get mad, right? But when people just got to go in like that, because really, let's be real. Let's keep it 1,000. Most men, unless the woman is just hideous and out of shape, all of that, somebody going to hit on her. Most men don't really go in like that in general with a woman. Most. You get some who do, but those are usually like the dudes who built like crazy, 6 feet, or, you know, way over 6 feet, don't give a fuck. The average man be letting it go, but then women be jumping on some of these dudes, because I'm tell you what, and just as a coach, one of the biggest things I got to deal with is somebody say something about their height or something. That's the biggest thing. Now, there's definitely some players out there, some dudes who like, fuck that, I'm going to get mine anyway. And I salute them. But then there's a lot of other guys caught up in some shit, right? And, you know, when you got stuff like this, and the women making all that, and you know, it's funny, some of the women saying all that, you don't really see much. Because it was one woman, and it was like 15, how many comments there are on this thing? I got my phone out and shit. I'm looking at this shit. How many comments on this shit total? Hold up, man. About 15. As of today, as I'm reading this right this second, because I saved that shit. Let's see. 15,382 comments. So it's like, damn. And, you know, the women, I'm like, shit. And it's funny, too. Women always talking about some dusty-ass dude. Or some black man don't have money. Yeah, you got 4 brothers here, and you gonna reject them on some height now? Let's be real. I can get with, okay, you don't want to be taller than a dude. But there ain't a lot of women 5'9" and 5'8". Or even 5'5". You know, even 5'3". Ain't like a shit, please. I know some women, shit, they got put on heels to get to 5'1". So, you know, I see if you taller, but let's be real. The average height in America for a woman is 5'4". And actual average body type is 5'4", a little bit overweight, right? So when they looking at a dude, like, I can see if the dude 5'3" or something. I see it. I see it. It depends on it. And even then, it depends. You know, you got to really think about what you want to deal with. All right, I give them that. And I'll say this for that. Right? I'll say this. If a woman don't want to deal with that guy, just, you know, you don't have to be mean about it. Shit. You don't have to be mean about it. But even then, on average, honestly, on average, most men are still, even at 5'9", are going to still be taller than the average woman. I mean, you're talking the average height. And in fact, in America, there's a tendency. Well, the only place that has probably a taller population than a male population on average is like Sweden. And most of y'all ain't going over there because they ain't feeling y'all. right? But it's some crazy when you see this, and then you wonder what's up. But then you got some women, especially, they'll say, "Oh, these guys always got an excuse." It's like, "Oh well, these guys, they ain't that tall," and I'm be like, "Damn, they taller than you." You looking up at the guy talking about he ain't that tall. That's some dumbass shit. That's like, realistically, you go in most of the world, and 5'9" is gonna be tall. Most of the damn planet, all right, still tall, right? Shit, it's a trip out here. But yeah, I'm just looking at. I had to say something about it, cause you know what, man. I'll tell you what. If women want to get so much into the height thing, and you get some who do, hey, they're going to do it. And if they're going to consider somebody 6, I mean, you got some women that consider me, if they so into 6 feet, because if I tell them, because usually what women have told me is I just look like I'm over 6 feet, but I'm not. So if I tell a woman I'm 5'11", but I'm kicking on every other cylinder with it, I mean, that's, to me, stupid. It's like, wait a minute. So you got a guy, he might not be able to play, well, actually, there are some guys under 6 feet who can play college basketball, but he might not be able to do that, but he got all this other stuff going on. And honestly, you're going to let a few inches of height get in the way of you possibly being happy, especially when it's likely that you're 5'3" saying this. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. But if these same, like I said, if a woman wants to do that, then maybe women shouldn't get mad if some brothers say, well, you know what, we don't want that woman who don't have an ass on, who don't have that butt dunk. Should they get mad? Fair exchange is no robbery. Just think about everything I'm saying, though. Think about everything I'm saying. Anyway, that's it for today, y'all. I'll talk to y'all. Peace.